Hello everyone, I'm Syrachime. Welcome back to another episode of Pokemon FireRed. In the last episode, we got our first Pokemon, had a rival battle, delivered a parcel to an old, senile, lazy man, and made it back to Viridian City. In this episode, we're going to explore a little bit more of Viridian City and progress a little further in our journey. So now that we've made it here, let's go see if anything's changed with that old man who was laying there before. Oh, well, at least he's up and about now. Well, what do you have to say, old man? Well, now, I've had my coffee, and that's all I need to get going. Is that red box you have? Yes, I'm working on a Pokedex. What's it to you? Word of advice? What advice can you possibly give us? Well, I know the old are wise in the ways of many things, but what could he give us? What advice could he give us relating to Pokemon? Oh, great. And here's an unpassable tutorial. You have to watch him catch this Pokemon. It's a Weedle. So what's he gonna do? He goes to his bag. He goes to his ball section. He uses the Pokeball. I wonder what's gonna happen. He shoved a bug into a ball. It shakes. Touchdown! He caught the Pokemon. That's pretty much how you catch Pokemon. A tutorial we really didn't need to see, but we get to see it anyway. There, now tell me that was that? Bleh. There, now tell me, that was educational, was it not? If you say so. And here, take this too. Obtain the Teachy TV. There's something you don't understand. Blah, blah, blah. I liked it better when you were, get off my lawn, you crazy kids! Okay, if we go over here, oh, there's a gym over here. Well, you know what gyms mean. If there's a Pokemon gym, we have to get 8 badges to compete in the Pokemon League. Spoiler alert. Viridian gym doors are locked. And that lock is so epic that it kicks us off the ledge. Well, I guess we're not going to the gym here. So... okay, so once you do all that, you learn your stuff, we can officially go north or over there. There's a route over here that we could take, but before I do anything, I want to go check these other houses out. Maybe there's something of value in here. Notes. Oh, we're at a school. Be sure to read what's on the blackboard. Yes, this goes over the various conditions that you can have in the game. You basically have a sleep, where if a Pokemon's asleep, it can't attack for 2 to 5 turns. If a Pokemon's poisoned, it will slowly lose health over the course of time. If a Pokemon is paralyzed, it is 50% slower, and there's a 50% chance that it won't be able to attack. If a Pokemon is frozen, it will not be able to move at all and will remain completely immobile for 2 to 4 turns. And if a Pokemon is burned, its physical attack will be cut in half, and you will, just like poison, lose health partially. Decent status inflictions. It's good stuff to know when you want to actually do some Pokemon battles and stuff. But for the most part, that house is just a waste. What's in here? Ooh. What we got? My daddy loves Pokemon too. What we got? Coming up with nicknames is fun, but it's not so easy to do. Yeah, I know, I don't have a nickname for my Charmander yet. Speary. Really? Its name is Spearow, and they named it Speary. It'd be like calling a sword Swordy. I don't know. Let's move on. So, with that, we've pretty much done everything we can do here. And where we're supposed to go now is up here. We go to Route 2. And when you come to Route 2, there are actually 2 new Pokemon that you can meet here. The first Pokemon available on this route is the Bug Poison type Pokemon Weedle. Weedle is not that good of a Pokemon. It does have the benefit of evolving early and getting to its final evolution before anything else really you'll catch in this part of the game. But the problem is, it's just not that good. Even fully evolved, its stats are just not that good. It's frail, it's slow, it's weak. It's just, there's nothing there. Not to mention that Bug type in this generation is just absolutely awful. There are no good moves for it. And Weedle just... it's just not a good Pokemon. There are better poison types out there. I would just completely leave Weedle alone and not go for it at all. The second Pokemon you have available to you is the Bug-type Pokemon, Caterpie. Now, while its final evolution is a personal favorite of mine, I wouldn't necessarily recommend the Caterpie either. I mean, Caterpie's okay, and it does learn some decent moves as it levels up that could come in handy, but like with Weedle, it's kind of weak, and it's kind of slow, it's frail. It's just not a good Pokemon. These two bug Pokemon are not all that good. I mean, if you want it, I would recommend Caterpie over Weedle, but, you know, there are just better Pokemon out there. And like I said, bug type is not very good this generation. You're better off just waiting and holding out for something else. But if you do want it, Caterpie is the better option of the two, in my personal opinion. So with that out of the way, we're going to move on here. There are Pokemon here that I could battle. I'm just going to try to avoid it right now. I don't really need to battle anything. We're going to have a bunch of battles coming up soon. So as you progress forward here, there's a little area here. This building here will take you to the next area, which is Viridian Forest. Now before I get too far up in Viridian Forest, there are actually a few more Pokemon that you have here. The first Pokemon you can find here in Viridian Forest is the bug poison type Pokemon Kakuna. Now, Kakuna is a Pokemon I would recommend actually less than its pre-evolution form, Weedle. You know, I didn't recommend Weedle before, and I really don't recommend Kakuna right now. Kakuna is just one of those Pokemon, the only move it knows is Harden. If you're going to level it up to its final evolution, you're going to have to switch this thing out and back in and just keep battling it and leveling it up like that. It's a very painful process, and if you are absolutely wanting the final evolution of Weedle, then you're better off just to catch a Weedle and raise it up straight through, because at least Weedle has an attack, unlike Kakuna. The only reason yet I'd actually do anything with Kakuna is just to battle it for the experience, and that's about it. The second Pokemon you could find in this route is Metapod. Metapod is a bug-type Pokemon, the evolved form of Caterpie, and it's in the same category as Kakuna. It has no attacks, only knows Harden, so I wouldn't recommend Metapod at all. If you really want the final evolution of the Caterpie family, you're better off just to catch a Caterpie and raise it up through the levels yourself, because like Weedle, Caterpie has an attacking move. And the only reason I'd ever recommend anything with a Metapod is just to battle it for experience, and that's just about it. I'd leave Metapod alone, otherwise it's not worth your time. Now the final Pokemon that you can find here is one that everybody is familiar with, but it's really hard to find. It is Pikachu. Pikachu is the electric type Pokemon. It is, like many electric types, it's pretty fast, and when it evolves it becomes pretty powerful. The problem with Pikachu is that it only learns electric attacks and not really much else. I mean, it does get normal attacks like quick attack and stuff, but I really don't find that too useful. You're going to want a Pokemon that can kind of learn a variety of moves, and Pikachu just, it will not give you that. It learns electric attacks, and that's really about it. It doesn't learn much else. And because of that reason, I wouldn't say that Pikachu's a bad Pokemon, but just, if you do pick it, it's just going to be limited in variety, so just kind of be aware of that if you do pick Pikachu. Now with those bios out of the way, let's look around here in Viridian Forest. Came with some friends to catch some bug Pokemon. They're all itching to get in some Pokeball bios. Alright, so we got a lot of bug catchers around here. While I'm here, I'd actually like to do something. And I'm probably going to give myself a headache trying to make this happen. Well, we will keep doing it anyway till we find it. There's a Pokemon here that I'd like to catch. Could this be it? No. Could take me forever to find this Pokemon. Ah! I never get to the items. One step at a time. Got to the item. It's a Pokeball. So now we have 6 Pokeballs at this point. And we keep moving. No, I gotta find it sometime. Could this be it? No. Birded Charmander! Barbecued bug! Alright, moving on here. I may give up on this if I don't find it too quick. I'm not going to sit here and cut out every single battle. I don't find it pretty quick. Ah! Why can't I find this? Could this be it? No! Sometime today would be nice. Really. Could this be it? Ah! Searching, searching, searching. I am searching and searching. Could this be it? No. Still looking. Could this be it? No! I'm about to give up on this whole thing. How hard is it to find a Pokemon like this? Okay, so I'm giving up on this thing. I was trying to find a Pikachu because I could really use one with my current Pokemon being a Fire type. Not for the first gym leader, but definitely for the second one. But I can't seem to find it because it's only a 5% chance, so I'm just going to move on. What are you? I was throwing Pokeballs. Heh, you should go catch one. There was... Oh. As I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by a wild Pokemon that was not a Pikachu, if you wanted a Pokeball, you should have went over there and got one. And here we are introduced to our first trainer battle besides Gary. I wonder what Pokemon they could possibly have. We have a Weedle! Level 6. Well, because it's a bug type, there's going to be a lot of bug types in this area. So if you have a Pokemon like Charmander, this area is going to be a breeze. If you have a Pokemon like Bulbasaur, if you have Bulbasaur, this is going to be a little bit harder of an area to get through. But with Charmander, it's just going to be an absolute breeze. Because all the Pokemon here have a weakness to Fire-type moves. And we are just going to dominate in this area. But you know, this is balanced out by the fact that after this area, we're not going to be doing so good. And you'll see why in a little while. So we get $72. Alright. I'm not going to show every single one of these battles. I mean, I'll probably show all the ones in this area just because. But after this area, I will probably not show too many battles on screen just because I want to keep it within a decent time limit. So, here's a trainer. I guess we'll talk to them and battle them. Yo, you can't jam out if you're a Pokemon trainer. Why not? Yeah, who knows? Who cares? Battle this bug catcher and we'll burn these bugs to death. Barbecued bug! I don't know if you guys have ever seen Survivor Man, but you know, the guy that eats bugs, like he went to Australia and he found wickety grubs, I think that's what's called. I don't know why. I mean, the thought of it's gross, but the way he cooked it and made it look, it looked okay. That's coming from somebody that doesn't like bugs. I don't know. We grow to level 10 with that battle. Battle again. And like before, we'll just keep burning the bugs. That's kind of cruel if you think about it. Burning bugs. I'm kind of curious if that Kakuna has Poison Sting or if it has Harden. Let's find out. It has Harden! See, that's exactly why I don't recommend Kakuna, because that's all it does is Harden. It can't attack at all. You're better off just catch a Weedle and raise it up. I don't know why I'm talking. I already covered that in the bio, so I'll quit talking about it now. And we are at level 11 now. We are growing fast. I defeated Bug Catcher Doug. Bug Catcher Doug. I don't know. Moving on. Wait, what'd that say? Trainer tips. Oh, contact... No, I don't want to talk to Professor Oak. I spent a long time talking to him. Antidote. That will cure you of poison. Yeah, I spent a long time talking to Professor Oak, and I don't want to talk to him again. Right, so there are two routes you can go here. This route will take you... You risk running into wild Pokemon, whereas this route, you risk running... Yeah, you run into a trainer. And I'm going to skip this trainer for now. I'll risk running into a wild Pokemon. I'd rather skip the trainer right now, because they're just repetitive. Kakuna, Weedle, random Pokemon. Now that that's over, I'm going to move on. So this forest is just a winding trail going up and down, up and down. Ah! Up and down with random Pokemon every time you turn around. Ooh, bug catcher. Hello? Are you not a bug catcher? What's up, dude? Oh, that's low. Had I known that, I would have talked to you, dog. That's alright. We'll get through this pretty quick. I will burn the bugs. I know they say die to my fury, but die to my fire! Oh, I'm sorry. Pokemon can't die. Okay, they can die, but in battle they just faint. Can't say die on them. Make people mad at me. We are at level 12 already. So we're just growing fast. Metapod! Again, a lot of Metapods. Caterpie, Metapods, who knows. Alright, now that's done. We can get away from this deceitful trainer that pretended to not be a trainer at all. I should have known better than to talk to them, yet I talked to him anyway. Oh well, moving on. Walking, 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 nope. Oh, last tile. Had to be that last tile that... item. Got a potion. Well, I've never exactly explained what those do yet. Potions basically heal your health. They'll heal your health by 20 HP if you get them, and there are other types of potions and healing items like that that you could use. So we've just never ran into an encounter where we had to use one yet. But that's what that does, in case you need to know. And here's an unavoidable trainer. And we will battle them just for the sake of it. Hey, wait up, what's the hurry? Why the rush? I don't know. Get out of this place and get to the next one? Time limit? I don't know. Take your pick. Bug catcher Semi. More Weedles. Be right back. Okay, sorry about that cut there. Had a annoying clock behind me going off, and I got so distracted that I used Scratch instead of Ember. That's what happens when you break your concentration to a clock. Or a clock breaks your concentration. I did it again! Oh my goodness! Quit lowering my speed. I'm gonna burn you. Burn the bug! Burn the... Oh, got poisoned. See, that's one thing that bugs me about the AI in these games. It's like anytime there's a secondary condition for them, I get hit with it every single time. Could be 10% chance that it's like 50% on their side, but when I have the effect, it's like 10%, it drops to 1%. Anyone who's played Pokemon's had to have something like that. Unnecessary critical hit. Woo, bless me. Sorry about that. Okay, moving on. Getting out of this forest. Oh, I'm poisoned, don't die. Have to get to a Pokemon. That's the rush now. We gotta get to the Pokemon Center before my Pokemon fades. Every time the screen flickers like that, a Pokemon's losing 1 health because it's poison. I gotta get it healed or I'll end up all the way back in Viridian City. We don't want that. And I just forgot that I had an antidote. Oh, well, we're here now. That's all that's important. So let's go heal and save myself from dying. Save my Pokemon from fainting, sorry. Alright, we made it. Whew. It's a shame I couldn't find that Pokemon I was trying to get. But now that we're here in Pewter City, the next city in the game, I think we're going to cut it off here for right now. So, next time, in Pokemon FireRed, we're going to explore Pewter City a little bit more, see what's here, and do a few more things, just a few odds and ends here in this city. So, till next time, catch you guys later.